I, I just want to make a comment on this local language issue. Actually, I should reply it in local language. No, when I remember when the supercomputing mission was going on, and I felt at that time, computers had not just 87. I'm talking about almost 27 years back. I felt that at that time, not I felt, that's not important, but I felt that more important is that this revolution must embrace local languages if you have to reach really at the root level. And we started a project. We started a project from carving out some money from the supercomputing project into this. They're all Indian languages at that time, all scheduled Indian languages must be available. And today, I think the technologies and the first chip was developed like India, chip was developed like that. Many tools are available. Many tools are available from Google and almost all of them now, right now. The question is that people are not using local languages on our devices. Now the greater challenge now is that anybody wants to use, say on computers, local language, he also knows a little bit of English. And he goes on to using English, rather than local language, because we are not taught how to use the local languages on our keyboard, how to type, how to use these tools on that. So my solution to that, I suggest to the education ministry is that if I know Marathi, or if I know Hindi or Gujarati or Tamil, that definition today in digital literacy has to be, I know how to use that language using these tools, using my mobile, using my keyboards, using my any device which is available. So that should be then people will learn how to use them right at that level, and then they will become pervasive. The tools can be created, tools are available. Bharat operating system has been available for quite some time, but people don't use it extensively at all.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's really very, very important. I think we discussed this also a little earlier in the day. I just want to respond to some, I think it was the lady from Accenture, I'm sorry I didn't get your name, and also about the rural markets. Now, I see this approach saying, I think the word that you used really captured my mind. You said, how do we, the first sentence you said, how do we sell them products? That was the exact words I think you used. And to do that, you first need to put money in their pocket. So your approach should be, how do I empower them financially? How do we put money in their pocket so they can buy from us? Whereas the approach to rural markets today is, how do we make money out of them? I want to be a social entrepreneur, but I want to make money out of them. This definition of social entrepreneurs itself is a little warped today. It is so top down. It's so saying that how can I make money out of this huge market which is lying there? And I think it should be the other way around. We should say, how do you make them so rich that they buy everything from us? And that should be the approach. You need to think the other way around. And I think that is really the way the challenge has to be. Okay.
You would like to?
The gentleman there mentioned about bringing education to using the digital media by capturing what's happening in the classroom. I think it's very doable. The issue is not whether you can capture what's happening in the classroom. The issue is really whether you can transmit it. And I think once transmission speeds improve, digitization will become very simple. And I think we are heading that way. I don't see an issue there. The issue is really scaling it up. Scaling it up to a level where it becomes tenable for an organization to digitally transmit that data. Perhaps the transmission cost will be more than the cost of actually capturing the data. So, but I don't see that as in the short term, why it may not happen, but in the medium term, I certainly see that happening very soon.
Thank you very much. We are almost at the end of the session. I will just add one or two lines that what Ganesh said in terms of longevity, in terms of being connected with you for all the questions and answers and for the innovations. Just to tell you, for making it more local language oriented, we are creating an app which will include each and every awardee and nominee for the last 10 years in local language available in the app. So in one click, you can go and you can say agriculture, and you can say all the apps and all the innovations in local language, maybe in Marathi and Bengali and all that, and you read about them. But we cannot change the language of the operation of that app or application, but you will read about them at least in local language. Just to reply to other questions in a holistic manner, we have a small video. you can see what the other person was saying, that Mark Zuckerberg happening here. We do rural connectivity, broadband connectivity, much more than what you and me can enjoy in urban areas. And this is one of the examples, and you will also see how weavers are using broadband to do e-commerce and various other things in a place called Chanderi. This is a small 4 minutes of video, and then we will go for tea.
3 years is a short period, yet sometimes even a short time span can make a world of difference, as it has done in Chanderi. Chanderi is a small municipality of Ashoknagar district in Madhya Pradesh. It has a population of just over 40,000, 40% of whom are illiterate. The nearest railway station is 45 kilometers away. There is no ATM facility and electricity for only 6 hours every day. A traditional weaving cluster is the main source of income for Chanderi. Here 3,500 weaving families create the famous Chanderi saris. These generate an annual revenue of 10 million US dollars. However, the average income of a weaver is only 50 US dollars per month. Before 2010, there was no computer penetration and 100% computer illiteracy in Chanderi. In 2010, a digital design resource center called Chanderiyan was set up. It was like a drop in a pool, but a drop whose ripples have spread wider and wider. Through Chanderiyan, people of Chanderi got a taste of digital tools, computers, internet, broadband, YouTube, and so on. After that, there was no looking back. By 2011, computer training centers were opened. Ordinary households, hotels, and offices installed computers and internet connections.
Our main mission is to introduce digital tools to the weavers so that they can get connected and introduced to the modern world. I have taught more than 1,000 students and adults across Chanderi, all from weavers' families.
Initially, we learned how to start and shut down computers. Now my 8-year-old son operates a computer freely and frequently accesses the internet.
Being a weaver, we need lots of design resources. We also search market to sell our products. Through the internet, now we have access to enormous design archives, access to markets, and opportunity to exploit a wider consumer base.
Through the efforts of Chanderiyan, computer knowledge and literacy has spread rapidly. Thus, Furqan 25, who has barely passed school, learned digital archiving at Chanderiyan. Now he trains others in designing apparel and textile on computers. The internet has exposed the world to the citizens of Chanderi. By 2013, there were over 50 households with Wi-Fi connections. 11 out of the 13 schools have Wi-Fi connections and computer centers. 2 of the hotels in Chanderi boast Wi-Fi internet connections. Even a couple of madrasas now have internet connections and computer labs. Equally, the internet has exposed Chanderi to the world. Because of wireless internet and broadband, the weavers of Chanderi are taking their centuries-old craft to the world through e-commerce and Facebook. It is just the beginning, but the beginning has taken deep roots.
How many of you know there is something called unlicensed spectrum available in India? and everywhere in the world. You use that to basically do last mile connectivity. So if you have a BSNL or any connectivity present on this table, on this room, but just 2, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers away, you don't just have to create a line of sight and use this free spectrum and connect. The same bandwidth here will be available there. And we have been doing it for 10 locations. We have connected hundreds of thousands of people in rural areas, and they are browsing internet at the speed of 45 Mbps, which you can't, you don't. So, and if you don't have internet, they talk to each other, which is even more higher bandwidth. So, and this is the website, this is a Chanderiyan website. Any of you would like to have original, unchallenged Chanderi product, order from here. We get about 1 lakh order every month online, yes, from all over the world. Embassies are highest in the list who are buyers, but you can spread the word and tell the people to buy scarves and everything. So, and this is updated, designed, uploaded, supplied, all by weavers. All the designs are done by weavers. All the artists and the models are weavers. There is no outside world. So thank you very much on that note. Thank you for awesome panel and making interactive, all the audience for making it interactive. Let's have a cup of tea, and then I think we go to the parallel sessions, and then we meet again here in the evening at 6 o'clock for award ceremony. I would request all the panel who otherwise may or may not have promised to be here, but can I have the promise to be here once again at 6 o'clock so that you can see all the winners and connect with them and see how, so evening is learning for the panel, I would say, and also give away the award. Yeah, the last thing is book inauguration. Yeah, that's the award book inauguration, photo shoot, and then we go.